Why did the campaigns get so funny all of a sudden?
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a stumble quest. Last time on Stumble Quest.
The crew was sneaking through Mondin Castle in hopes to find a sacred artifact that they had worked very hard to locate, which seemed to be at the center of the castle. Of all the people that wanted to kill them, funny how things work out like that. While sneaking through, things seem to be going pretty good. Turns out, though, when you're sneaking through a castle full of guards, it just takes one to see you for things to go to hell. So a fight ensued, and we lost that fight. Most of the party is bloodied. Art and Will have surrendered, and Brix was the only one that managed to sneak out. Let's see how that turns out.
You are now in a very dimly lit, barely taken care of place, which you might assume is a prison.
Yeah.
You are all escorted down, but instead of going further south towards the actual prison cells, for a moment you turn and then you start heading north. There is a door built into the wall. If you didn't see it open just now, you would assume that it just was a wall. You are led to an even darker, even bleaker hallway that leads up north and starts ramping upward. I assume this is the first time Art has ever been made aware of such a place.
Yeah, I think this whole time he's kind of like looking around. Like he might have in some like recess of his memory known about the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't think he would have ever been down here, and certainly not through this like fucking secret ass passage.
Okay. Eventually, after a very long walk up many stairs, you come to another strange looking door. You come out next to the entranceway to the Paladin Training School of the Grand Cathedral. So that's nice and relaxing.
Yeah, Art is very like, what the fuck? Like the fact that like he did not know this existed. Where do we come out?
There are little statues with plaques on the north and south ends of that room. And one of the statues just kind of moved out of the way to reveal this door. And as soon as you are all back out, it slides back into place as if it was never there at all.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, indeed.
You are escorted up to the third floor of the Grand Cathedral's main building, and the guard paladins that are around are shooed off. They go and fuck off forever, and the guards just stand around to be decorative. You're brought up to a secret room. Well, not secret, but a room that is very infrequently traveled inside of the Grand Cathedral. And aside from the guards, it is just Aurum and you guys. And you guys are all fucking unconscious anyway, so it's really just Aurum and Art. After you've made it up here, there is a moment of silence before Aurum simply says to Art, "Well, God's light upon you, my son. It sure has been a while."
And upon you, he kind of is resigned.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like free to walk around, or are the guards still like on him because he's conscious?
You can walk a little bit, but
yeah,
they're not gonna let you get super close to him. But yeah,
no, he's not gonna fucking go stab his dad or something.
Well, you can't anyway. You're
Exactly.
tied up. Yeah. Have you anything to say to your father?
he had something to say, he would have written a damn letter.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I should have assumed this was inevitable. I think is what he says.
Perhaps so. I will say, however, I am impressed that you've managed to find yourself among such strong. And he takes a moment to look at everybody else that's unconscious and gives like a sneer of disgust and finishes a sentence by saying, friends, even if they are heathens.
And so anyone who steps in here is a heathen now?
Really? You mean to tell me that someone raiding my office, the heretical magics found reported around town, that has no connection to you and your friends?
What heretical magics? He pointedly dodges the question about raiding the office.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
The summoning of snakes to attack our guards. A mysterious tree not unlike those of the life god worshippers.
Knack.
Snakes.
He did it.
So far, it's just Knack.
Yeah.
Snakes and the tree.
I seem to also recall word of a supposedly illegal elephant, but
What?
it appears that may have just been hearsay.
He has papers.
Yeah, art nods. Definitely hearsay. Had nothing to do with the elephant.
And of course, he points to Oswalt after having on the way up, he was getting reports from his crew, from his soldiers. Like, of course, a necromancer. And while I do find that vile, I will say the arcane purists would be most interested in him.
The what?
Never you mind. It's not for you to know anyway. Now, rest assured you and your ragtag group will be punished. We will need to sort things out with the appropriate parties who will be the most interested in you, in each of you. But before that, I must ask, what became of Johann, boy, and the rest of your squad? After I stopped hearing word from them, I assumed them dead, and forgive my bluntness, but I find it difficult to believe that you alone survived where they did not.
He kind of like snorts derisively. You didn't think to go looking?
What was there to look for? If they are dead, they are dead.
Well, they died.
Unfortunate. I would rather have liked to see him again.
So would I.
Is that so? And yet here you are, gallivanting about with outsiders.
Oh, gallivanting, because I just came back here for fun. Yeah, sure.
Did you not? Breaking into my office and stealing my things. Was there an ultimate goal for that?
Not anything you need to know about.
Well, you may be right. As I said before, you were sure to be punished eventually, regardless.
So you're selling us off to the highest bidder?
In some cases, perhaps. This one with the red hair does have a striking resemblance to someone my father once told me about. So we may have to ask around about that.
The look on Red's
who I
face
think
right
it
now.
is. We thought them dead as well. Many hundreds of years ago.
Art kind of gives like a side-eye glance to Scarlet, like, yeah, we really don't ask enough questions. Like,
Truly my lifeblood, really.
Well, I suppose I can send word out to recall the forces sent out to other towns. Convenient that you'd come straight to me, I must say.
Art's just he's so frustrated.
I'm willing to give you one more chance, Artorious. You are my son, after all. And I would ask simply that you denounce your friends and swear that you are indeed loyal to our Lord Havaste. You are still loyal to the Lord.
Big oof.
This is why we didn't want to see Dad. This is and then what?
Well, of course, you will be initiated once again into the church, and these people will be dealt with accordingly. But, as I've said, you will be reinitiated and eventually, I'm sure, welcomed by the community once again.
Fuck.
What's up?
What's up? He says casually.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem? I thought we got a good deal here. We're good to go. And if I don't accept your offer,
Oh, well, then you will largely meet the same fate as them and your other little friend that we've got down there.
he will do his best to not react to your other little friend we've got down there in hopes that they are trying to call a bluff.
I mean, you can sense motive to see if they are indeed
I
bluffing.
can.
Oh, yeah, that's
I want to. I don't know. And I would also, if even if it's a separate role, would like to sense motive on like he's not just gonna like be like, oh yeah, I'm cool with God. And like, I know there would be a process for like reinitiation, but like that's just not gonna. That doesn't seem like a real offer. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough.
Sense motive is a 27.
For both of them? Or...
I don't know if you want me to make rolls like
nah,
separate
let's
rolls.
just go with both. It's all part of the same conversation anyway, so whatever. Okay, so for the reinitiation thing, there is a spark of truth to that, i.e., it seems like he would prefer that actually be the case, but he seems very doubtful that it would actually go down like that. As for the comment about your other little friend, he is being 100% stone-faced honest about that one.
So they caught Brix?
What if they cut some
He
other
could be
random
talking about
kind of person?
your
They can
himbo
make that.
friend.
Yeah. The guy that sent you the letter.
I don't think so. I think he would have just Dad knows him. I think he would have just said something, you know? So really, really, for all intents and purposes, I can only assume they mean Brix, and I hate that.
I also hate that.
Yeah.
Not to metagame, but it kind of feels like...
What if it's like Libra, guys?
Oh.
What if they caught the good fast boy?
Got fucking
Go.
caught. For
Well, no,
no
'cause I was
reason.
gonna...
Hey guys,
Because I was
what's up?
going to say, in reference to it being Brix, I don't really think, I feel like, I mean, correct me as much as you can without spoiling things, Jeph, but that feels like a thing Jeph wouldn't do, is just be like, you rolled great and made good decisions, so I'm just going to override that. That does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now you're caught off screen. I know.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
at the very least, I would tell you things, you know? I
Yeah.
wouldn't just be like, haha, surprise! What say you, Artorious?
You gotta make a decision.
I know I do.
But I don't
I know.
want-
And part of I don't want it.
You gotta.
Yeah. I mean, part of me is like, maybe at some point there was a way to talk out of this situation, but I think we're probably beyond that. Did you think I'd come back when you sent me off?
Well, I had hoped.
but you didn't think so.
I knew it was doubtful, yes.
And you still let me go.
It was part of your duty to the Lord Havaste. Of course.
You knew what you were doing. You said yourself you found it doubtful that I was the one who survived.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And because of some sense of duty, you decided, no, let's not put him in a different position or skip this or anything. You thought, oh, let him die.
None of us are above our duty to the gods, my son.
Yeah. That's all right. Take me in. I'm not doing it. I'm not reinitiating myself into this bullshit.
He once again has his stern, unexpressing face and walks up to Art and just says, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And clocks him across the face, unconscious.
Classic.
Mhm.
Classic.
How dare you fucking sucker punch your own son? How dare you? So he brought us all the way up to the cathedral to have his little fucking dramatic moment and then brought us back to prison.
Back down.
Well, ambiance
Well,
is like
I mean-
2/3 of a bad guy's, whole shtick.
Horst. Yeah. I mean, maybe he was genuinely hoping that you would betray your friends and come back to be a man of the cloth again.
Oh, I'm sure he was. But like, what the fuck, Dad?
What?
Just gonna send your fucking kid off to die.
Yeah. That's, yes. That is what happened.
Yeah. It's exactly why Art was so fucking mad in the first place.
Mm-hmm. What's Brix's plan? If I may
Well,
Guess she's gonna probably make her way back to the city, sneak around, try and track the stupid fucking elephant, try to find Damia if possible. Probably
Well, she's
fail horribly
at the
because
boat,
she's not
right?
really a tracking animal.
We sent Amia back to the boat.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, she's at
Yeah.
the boat.
she's probably not there yet, but because you only sent her up there like last night, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
So she's probably still on the way, but to like a day's travel
Yeah, and
out
Brix
in the
doesn't.
desert.
When they were when the whole group was traveling, Brix had the luxury of riding on the back of a camel and stuff. She's just by herself. So she would probably stick close to the city, realize that Damia is no longer here, and then probably go back to the temple. Or not the temple, sorry, the palace, sneak her way in,
Mm-hmm.
and just systematically go through the place looking for clues, and I would assume come across that stairway at some point. But she would definitely
Okay.
be taking her time, being very careful to be as quiet and as silent and shadowy as possible. It may take her a day, may take her more than a day to get through that place,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
I assume that we are unable to cast spells right now.
You assume correctly.
Well, then we are well and
that's-
truly fucked because we can't do shit and we're not even in the same cell. I don't.
What about
Yeah.
spell like abilities? Like just
natural abilities we have, or abilities linked to our classes.
I'm pretty sure that the anti-magic field just blocks all that.
So
But I can double check.
No, it does, and we did check.
Yeah.
So are we from what we know, is this whole place an anti-magic field, or are our shackles an anti-magic field?
Well, when you guys awaken in your dingy, mildewy, disgusting cells,
Ew.
you are no longer shackled.
Okay. But magic doesn't work.
Okay, but magic does not work. So this place is empty.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I mean, it could be the entire prison.
Could be
It
just
could
the
be
cells.
cell blocks or individual cells. There's a lot of
Have
lot of
we had our
possibilities.
wounds tended to?
No. So you wake up still injured as fuck.
What are we, like, on 1 point of life? Or something like that? In a video game, we have 1 point of damage and it's flashing red the whole time.
Something like that. I mean, you've technically rested,
Oh, no.
but that only heals so much.
Yeah.
2.5 long rest.
Well, I think not to nerf us further, but I think a long rest may require
Yeah.
comfort as
I
well.
mean, and especially when you think about what just happened. I mean, an example being Oswalt was on fire, slashed, and stabbed in the chest. I don't think he just
Yeah.
slept that off.
No.
I mean, to be fair, even during a long rest, you only recover 1 hit point per character level. So you'll only
Yeah.
recover like 6.
But it was not a long rest. Because it wasn't even a good rest. Or was
Yeah,
it?
so it'd be
we
like a
have-
half rest.
Like, we
so.
have 3 points right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we still have our equipment?
No.
I figured.
None of our shit. Yeah,
Why
but
would
we-
they
but
leave
we
your
can't-
shit?
Yeah, we
I'm
can't do
just
anything. I don't
asking
even
the
have a plan.
questions, Jeph. I just need
I'm
to
just
establish
saying.
what's going on.
No, that's fair. That's
unless,
fair.
Unless somehow Brix manages to come back here and figure out that we are here in like record time, we don't actually have anything to do. No options. I mean, it doesn't look like it.
Knack staggers with one hand on his gut with like big slashes across it.
Mm-hmm.
He stumbles forward up to the bars and kind of like leans on the bars a little too heavy. It makes a big clanging sound. And he tries to peer down the hallway and he whispers, "Hello? Is anyone there?"
You're whispering, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
Well,
being super loud, but he's trying to see if he can get the attention of someone in any of these cells.
okay. Well, first of all, everybody would have been able to hear that loud clang against the bars. That echoed very
Oh.
harshly down the hallways. But I mean, that kind of sound, like just around, is like ambient noise. Just
Yeah.
shuffling and banging. I think Oswalt
I
might
was going to
be
say,
able
I'm
to
pretty sure
hear.
at this point Oswalt's still unconscious.
Hmm.
Because I was,
Then
if
never
I remember
mind.
correctly, his HP was at like
okay.
-7 or -8.
Yeah,
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
am
were,
at
like,
0. I would be at 3.
Legitimately
but-
almost
fucked up.
dead.
I mean, he took a big he literally got stabbed in the chest with a halberd and no armor.
Yeah, actually, how many of us are awake even? If we have recovered 3 points, how many of us were below 0?
Knack was.
Everyone but me.
Remember you and me?
Yeah,
You're
wait, you were
fine.
at 0.
I was at 0, so I'd be at 3.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that
I'm
two?
assuming that we're cutting to a point where everybody has at least 3 hit points.
Everyone would
Okay,
be,
okay.
yeah. And
Mhm.
I would say, I would imagine But it legitimately sounds like they are selling us to the highest bidder. I'd imagine they'd make sure we were all alive in the least.
Well, I mean,
So do we want to just say that we all have 3 hit points?
Yeah, I
roughly?
guess so.
at least
Everyone
Art
who
might
was
have
down.
a little bit more.
Art has many more, thank you very much. He downed a health potion before we got in here, and I'm glad he did.
Hmm.
Because he would have still been like under 10 otherwise.
Art's jaw is still sore though.
Yeah, my dad fucking clocked me in the face. That's so rude.
What a dickhole.
Punched him right in the mouth.
He could have ordered someone to punch Art in the face, and instead he did it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Art will remember this.
So nobody hears Knack.
Well, no, we are cutting to a point where everybody has at least enough hit points to be conscious.
Oh, so
You
Oswald is
could
kind of-
roll a.
No,
I
not
guess
me.
Oswalt heard
I'm too
that.
far away. It would be Oswald.
Well, okay.
Aren't I?
Roll a something, a spot, I guess.
Me?
Anybody.
No, Oswald.
Oswald. Yeah.
I
We're not
mean,
even in the same corridor.
you don't know that. You don't know if that corridor connects to your corridor. We have very tiny sight lines here.
One notable feature about the prison is that it smells damp.
In a desert?
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Huh.
Damp and rusty.
Well,
Okay.
okay, so if
um,
we're jumping to a point where everybody's awake, then I would imagine I heard, based off the map, I heard Knack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oswalt slowly and acily gets up, walks over to the door, the little window on the door, and kind of leans up against it and goes, Knack.
Oswalt. He tries to see if he can see you, but I guess he can't really. He looks down at it. He pulls his hand away from his tummy, and there's blood on his hand. And he says, "I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this one, buddy."
and an extremely long pause. So long that you were kind of like, Oswalt, are you still there? And he just kind of goes, I don't think we are, man. I'm made out of damp paper. Without my magic, I can't do anything. I'm useless without it, man. I don't know what to... And he's kind of just like shakes the door a little bit. And you just kind of hear him. His voice kind of lowers a little bit, but you still kind of hear him. And he's just like, I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate these people.
When suddenly, somewhere else, you hear violent rattling sounds accompanied by a distant muffled somewhere in the distance. Snorting sounds.
Honey's in his own cell.
Yeah, I guess they put Honey in his own cell.
A moment later, you hear somebody banging against something metal, saying, "Shut the fuck
Is it
up!"
a voice anyone recognizes?
I mean, no. It's just a voice.
Okay, I have a question for you.
What's up?
I have escape artist, and there's a manacles option
You don't.
for that.
What
I was
about
just
it?
reading about it.
We're
Is there a
not
way I can use
in.
it?
We're not in
You're
manacles
not in
anymore. We're
shackles anymore.
Am I not?
No.
no,
Well,
we're
even easier. Is there a way I can use that?
No.
Well, fuck it. I have nothing.
I mean,
Oh,
the
the
quote
good that did me.
that doesn't really apply to that kind of thing. It's like if you're
Yeah, I know.
if you're tied up, yeah.
Well, I mean, if I am not in them, then even easier. I was just trying to get out of my shackles, but then I don't have the shackles.
It's like, oh, great.
So great.
Yeah.
I guess just I can't skip that.
And yeah, nobody has like weapons or equipment anymore. Everybody's only wearing like the bare minimum of what they would need to be wearing to be considered clothed.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knack looks down at his metal arm and takes like a slight step away from the door and just tries to punch it as hard as he can.
Roll a strength check.
Maybe he's
Okay.
rusty.
God.
Hey, there was a dude next to me. Where is he?
Yeah, my guard's
Left.
gone too.
They left.
Just a strength check, no base attack bonus or anything.
Yeah, just a strength. Well, I mean, there's not any chance that you're gonna miss.
I got an 18.
Damn. Okay.
plus anything or just
I mean,
That's with just my strength.
mhm.
So I rolled a 16 plus 2.
So you punch it and find it to be very, very solid, but it does rattle a little bit. And a moment later, a guard runs past Scarlet's line of vision
Oh, he
and
coming.
enters yours.
well, he's power
he
walking. He's
coming.
power walking.
He stands in front of your cell, draws his sword, and like just slams the pommel against part of the bars,
Wow.
and also says, "Shut the fuck up."
Yo, punch him through the thing.
That grabs the sword hilt away from
You could grab the blade.
Yeah.
Pulls-
Wrestle him for a sword.
Uh.
I,
You do have a metal arm. You're the only one.
Knack squints and says, "Or what?"
And he points the tip of his sword towards you
Knack says,
Do it,
"Try
Knack."
and
it."
readies an attack
Through
Okay.
the, is it through through the little window?
through the bars. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How barred are these doors? Are they just all bars, or is it just a cell wall with a little window?
It's like a big heavy iron door reinforced with iron bars, or what looks like iron, with a little window, like a slot in the
So
top,
how
so
is he
you're
going to attack him through that?
He's gonna poke
and
me.
another slot for food, so he's gonna try and stab you
This
through
guy's
there.
an idiot.
Knack tries to ready himself to grab his sword, but with his metal arm by the blade.
Dope. Do it. Knack, do it.
What do I roll for that?
Okay. As a melee attack, you may attempt to disarm your opponent. If you do so with a weapon, you knock the opponent's weapon out of his hands and to the ground. If you attempt to disarm while unarmed, you end up with the weapon in your hand. Okay. Step 1. Attack of opportunity. You provoke an attack of opportunity from the target. Okay. The defender's attack of opportunity deals any damage your disarm attempt fails.
But it,
So how is that attack of opportunity?
Because
So
you're,
he has
you're
to-
baiting them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he has to hit me, and successfully deal damage.
No. If
Oh,
the
if he
attack-
deals damage, it fails.
yeah.
Can I bait him to like stab me in the arm?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean-
you did.
Yeah,
He was trying.
but if it hurts you,
you're
But it's
going
a-
right
but it's a-
down.
But it's a metal arm that I just fucking grab it from him.
Yeah,
mean,
but if you miss grabbing it, he's gonna stab you. Is the point?
All right,
It-
And
you
you'll be
bring
doing it
out-
again.
Come
come
on.
fucking get me, do it.
Okay,
Can you imagine he
motherfucker.
gets stabbed again and immediately
Yeah, it
Knack, like,
dies.
And he does that like gross bug thing where they like curl in on themselves.
Yeah. We just hear sounds of Knack.
Oh my god, that's gonna die instantly
so
in his cell.
he rolled a dirty 20.
Oh fuck! Knack.
And we don't have any equipment, so you're just operating
I
like
love that
touching
Oswald,
sea.
Oswald can definitely see this happening too from the cell. Like,
I thought I'd be able to bait him while readying an action to do it, but it's Knack is unconscious again.
He is.
Knack
He took
took
5 damage.
Knack, no.
How much? How much damage?
5.
Fuck.
Back
Knack
down.
just no.
And then Knack falls on the ground. God damn it!
Stop it. Knack, you're the only one who can heal right now as well. What are you doing?
Well, he can't do magic.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Never mind. That was terrible.
Okay, well that was fun. I thought I had it, but you know what? Sometimes you win some and
Sometimes
you
you win
lose
some, sometimes you go down for the second time in one day.
You just poked him right in the gut.
That was so
Just falls-
bad.
He did a Facebook or a Family Guy death pose on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so everyone in the party
Mm.
was able
Yeah.
to hear
Yeah. That.
the whole exchange, the banging on the door, the shut the fuck up, and then Knack going,
Come on.
No, Knack going, or what? And then he's like, I'll fucking stab you. And Knack,
Try it.
Do it, you won't. And
He
Stab me.
Who could have
This is
foreseen
so
this?
bad. This is such
Oh, it's
bad
so funny.
Okay. Well.
and then the sound of fucking heavy ass bug carcass against stone.
Ah.
Fuck,
That was
now Knack's
bad.
actually bleeding out.
They won't let you die. They can't.
Jesus.
They can't
It's
give
true.
away dead merchandise. Yeah, this guy's gonna have to patch him
At
up.
least stabilize.
No,
him.
I can you can roll a D percentile to stabilize every
Mhm.
round. I forget what you have to get to stabilize. Let me
Uh,
But if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
roll like a 1%, do you die?
I
no,
guess.
it's not like Dead by Daylight, or if the more you try to stabilize, you die.
Oh my god.
Roll a D percentile. 10% chance of becoming stable.
God, that's not a lot.
Knack's gonna die in a prison cell. Well, anyway, you guys have to do some stuff.
Oh my
boy.
god.
Picking around in his cell to
Okay.
see if there's anything notable or interesting, whether it be a loose rock or a particularly kick-ass puddle.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just looking around.
There is one particularly disappointing
What's
puddle
the fluid in the puddle?
Piss.
and a single rock,
Pete,
undetermined.
It's your piss.
you peed your pants.
It is your own piss and blood.
Oh no.
God.
And cum? That's weird.
And blood.
And cum? That's weird.
I
Wow.
hate
cum.
this.
Fuck.
I think I just found out something about myself.
Oh.
God.
All right, well.
Do it, you won't.
So
Knack just got stabbed.
Uh,
The guard peers in through the little window thingy.
Oh
and
no!
Spits on you.
we were the only
whistle.
we were the only characters who could have worked together.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
were.
Yes, for fuck's sakes.
You heard all that.
Yeah, I know. I go, for fuck's sakes. I look more tired than ever in all of my years. Being alive.
Yeah.
I'm practically ready to give up the ghost.
I think
especially
Art's
after
just
this.
like sitting in the cell, like hearing this happen, be like, oh my god.
Everybody can hear the sound of somebody in heavy plate mail power walking down the main corridor.
These guys do a lot of like power walking
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how they
Look at
stay in
them,
shape.
with the little hips.
It's very it's very
Yeah. Yes. Sultry.
Mm.
what's the word? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a very respectable way to move around, you know.
Okay, well, next fucking plan. I give up.
Okay.
Next passed out. I don't have any powers.
Yeah.
Nobody has any powers right now.
Nobody has any powers. I do feel like as like eventually after he's done fucking just sulking to no real end,
Mm-hmm.
Art is going to try and strike up conversations with the guards as they walk by.
Okay.
And as they say
Takes a little while.
and as they're like, hey, fuck off, he's like, yeah, okay. Like,
Does he ever try to
Just-
name drop his dad? Like, hey,
it's not gonna help. They all likely know who he is. He is so far away from the rest of you, and I feel like there's a reason.
Also, real quick, before we get into whatever conversation Art's going to try and have with this guard,
It's not going to work. It's fine.
Art can, from somewhere to the right, can faintly hear a very sad, distressed animal sound.
Just sucks.
Oh no!
It sucks.
He sounds sick.
Yeah, he's gonna be so
Almost.
hungry in here. Anti-magic fields will kill a fucking disenchanter. You can dispel a disenchanter.
No.
Oh, baby.
That's true.
Fuck.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
We
My
gotta
We
get
have a
baby.
plan.
My
We gotta
baby.
get socks out of here.
He's dying.
Yeah.
We can do this conversation with this guard, and then we can cut to Brix quest if
Sure.
you guys want to.
Absolutely. We'll figure
Okay.
out what Brix is doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guard is walking by.
Yeah.
Just on patrol as usual. Just kind of going around.
Yeah, and I think Art just goes like, "Hey, God's light be with you."
And with you. Hello?
Hi. I mean, I don't really have anyone to talk to in
He
here.
stays a little bit away from the door, but is peering through the little the slot in it.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
I
like-
don't think Art's even like especially close to the door. He's just lined up so he can see the guy. Like he's not acting in a weird or threatening manner.
Yeah. Do you want something?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have chosen to be in here, but otherwise, no. I'm just someone to talk to, I guess.
Well, slim pickings.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And then he walks away.
Wait, wait.
What?
He comes back. I see him come back in the little thing. There's an animal up there. It doesn't eat food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an abomination.
that's a strong word. Have you looked at it? It's extremely cute and a baby.
It eats magic. It's vile.
Well, there's no need to torture it by keeping it in an anti-magic field, is all I'm saying.
How
That
else
seems...
are we meant to contain it? I don't need to
Why
discuss this with you. You're a prisoner. I'm out of here. He stomps off, and you can hear him down the hallway, just mad.
Yeah.
Fucking disenchanters and shit. Fuck. Who gives a fuck? Okay. Now. So Brix, you were saying that you were going to bust back into the palace?
Yeah, because
And
I
take a look
mean,
around?
there's plenty of the palace that they never saw, like the group as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, she never.
And also maybe if you like listen in to some of the people that are going to be around, it's possible that you'll gather some information
Mhm.
about where they might have taken us and
That's
stuff
true.
like that. Maybe they'll be talking about it.
I mean,
Pretty big deal.
Yeah, something happened.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, she would definitely, when she realizes that she can't find Damia, probably hang around where guards are just to see if she can pick up bits of information.
Okay. That makes sense. Hang on. Whoop. Oh, there. Yeah. So I've moved you back to the London City map. I have marked roughly where the party is at. And Brix, all by her lonesome, down near the exit or the entrance of the palace.
The official exit and entrance, not the bullshit one we put in the wall, huh?
Yeah. The actual one, and not the whole. Yes.
Is the bullshit one still there?
I mean, as far as you know, you haven't heard anything about it closing.
Okay, well, if that's the case, she might actually check to see if it's still there.
Okay. That makes sense to me. Before I move you over there, though, you do notice if you were hanging around the entrance for a while after you went off by yourself, you never saw the rest of the party come.
Yeah, that would
back
definitely
out.
be something that she would have kept an ear to the ground for. But,
Yeah. So they never left the palace, as far as you know.
she would also probably be keen
were
enough
just-
to pick up on the fact that she may be hearing rumblings from guards, but definitely not from the populace at large. You know, nobody amongst the common people are talking about the thing that happened at the palace, you know?
Yeah.
Not.
Also, as you're going out about town, slowly people are coming back out into the streets, like nervously, but it seems like word is getting around now from guards and such that are just reporting the news that the threat was taken care of or some such. In no real detail, just saying that things are cool now, essentially. So people are slowly coming back out into the streets.
Okay.
If you're trying to eavesdrop on guards and such, could I get you to roll a gather
boy.
information?
I think that's one of the ones that she don't do so good at. But I rolled really well, so I got a 22.
Oh, shit!
Nice.
Okay. So when you're out and about around town over the course of the following like day or such, whenever you're around the guards and you're eavesdropping, you hear some of them, and some of them do sound familiar from encountering them in the palace. Others do not. The ones that were in the palace at the time are like talking amongst their guard friends about what
Guard
happened.
gossip, I gotcha.
And yeah, just kind of being like, yeah, they ended up breaking right into the palace. It was not great for sure, but convenient because there was so many of us already there. And other than that, one thing that you do hear a couple of times is that the prisoners, or the heretics as they're called quite a few times, are brought downstairs. They don't say anything past that because they really didn't see much after that, but they were brought downstairs and that's pretty much it.
Cool.
I think one guy would mention a dungeon once.
Okay.
No dragons.
So,
Yeah.
well, at least we got the dungeons.
Yeah. Hey, that's not true. I talked
Yeah.
about dragons last
There are
time.
drakes and shit.
So we truly do now have dungeons and
We
dragons.
did it.
Wow, guys.
It only took
we did it.
3 years.
It only It took 3 years.
Sick.
But here we are. Dungeons and Dragons. Within mere sessions of each other.
Dungeon and
It's
dragon.
true.
Singular. So far.
Okay. I think initially when she hears talk of a dungeon, she would think that it would be under the cathedral, but maybe after doing a little reflection on that and poking around the cathedral grounds, she realizes that, like, when her and Scarlet Will were kind of fucking around in the basement, it did not give off dungeon vibes. So she would try to find elsewhere, and the only place that she could think of would be the palace, because it's really the only other sort of heavily guarded place in this city.
Fair. Would it be fair to assume that Brix heads back to the palace at that point?
I don't know how much time has passed in between when
And-
she escaped and then, though. I'll leave it up to your DM discretion.
Well, I was going to say at least a full day.
She would definitely try the door that Knack made in the aqueduct. Well, at least to see if it's still
Okay.
there. If it's not,
Well, why would? Yeah,
It was.
I mean, honestly, it was hidden.
and it
Mhm.
was actually hidden on both sides. If I remember correctly, we come through a waterfall
Yeah.
or whatever on the inside. So, yeah.
Mhm. It was a little bit more obvious on the
Yeah,
the
but how
aqueduct
often
side.
do folks really go down there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like, yeah, it's in the actual, because the water level in the aqueduct is lower than like street level, so people aren't
Yeah.
usually looking inside there. I feel like that's pretty fair.
Okay.
Do we think that it would be fair to say that between Brix realizing that she can't track the elephant and gathering information and then ending up here, it would be about 2 days?
I'd say that's very fair.
Okay, cool. So at this point, people are out in the streets. Everything's like nothing ever happened.
Hmm. The festival's
Totally
over, so
normal.
like shit's back to normal and stuff.
Yeah, it's business as usual now.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the normal hustle and bustle that you would hear in a city this big, it's actually fairly quiet without the festival going on. Yeah. Aside from wind and shit. But yeah, you make your way over to the aqueduct, and the hole the Knack made is still there.
And are there any signs of anyone poking around it? Is there no, I don't know, caution tape thrown across it or anything? Ye old
There's,
caution tape?
like, bits of the stone around the tunnel look like they've been chipped off and such. So it looks like somebody has investigated the hole, but hasn't gotten around to actually closing it just yet. It may have been recently, or it may have been right after you guys got there,
Right.
but it's very difficult to tell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, a lot of this is it's all dark and stuff in there, so she's very well concealed. So I'm not too worried. So she's gonna sneak her way into that, the Knack hole.
The
Knack
Knack
hole.
hole.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Knack hole.
Sneak into Knack's hole.
Come on down to Knack's hole. Your
Hey.
number one spot for Knack's hole.
Quick question: any
What's up?
sign of Froggart anywhere?
He was on Kellan's on Knack's person, right?
Probably. Or
Yeah,
on
and the
Honey
ghillie
or
suit.
something.
It was in the ghillie suit.
Let's cut back to the prisoners for just one moment. Art, in the distance, can vaguely hear two guards speaking. One of them says, "This frog's really freaking me out." Why? He just keeps looking at me. It's making me feel like I did something wrong. I don't know how to. It almost makes me feel guilty.
Good.
You're tripping, dude. It's just a frog. And then a moment later, he says, "Oh no, you're totally right. Frog ain't right."
Yeah. Art
Frog ain't
nods.
right.
This frog ain't right.
Okay, back to Brix quest. Sorry.
No
for the
worries.
little aside.
No, I was just curious because I remember the last time we were in the aqueduct, Brix was throwing peanuts at that guy.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to that fucker.
Yeah, now he's just making people uncomfortable. You're sneaking back into the palace, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you are. Just like everything was at the beginning. You once again find yourself in a pool of water.
Ew.
She says to nobody. Okay, we're actually really close to where a lot of the fighting happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she's gonna just kind of sneak out to this door that
The southern one?
the southern one, yes, because that's sort of the route that she knows. Would there be any signs of the scuffle that happened a few days prior in here?
Oh yeah, it's still kind of a mess. There's like gashes in walls and the floor and such. Down the hall where Scarlet unmade a dude, there's just this like black spot on the floor,
Would
which a guard is overseeing a couple of servants trying to clean that.
Would there be like, I don't know, because they had to essentially drag everyone except Art to the dungeon. Are there like any fucking smears on the floor or anything that Brix can follow?
Can I get you to roll a survival?
Survival.
Yeah. I know that seems super random, but that's what you use for tracking. So.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I got a 14.
Okay. So, as you were saying, there are a couple of smudges on the ground, but it looks like they've mostly been cleaned up. Or been tried to clean up.
Right.
But a couple of them do lead away. One down the southern hallway, which is where Oswalt was, leads down to the south. And ones to the western-facing hallway lead farther west.
I mean, I don't want to meta game because me as the player, I know where they went. I'm trying to logically think where.
Well, you have been south. You have been pretty much all of south.
That's actually very true. Could
you
I
know what is on all of those southern rooms?
And Brix does know this the little storeroom up here. That's
Yeah.
I mean, of what is actually shown in this map, you are the one who knows all of it, except for where the stairs are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So you
true.
have seen everything else.
Yeah, honestly, the idea that, like, if you were to go the other way near the storeroom and peek out and see any evidence of, like, blood or smears, like, at all, even the slightest, that would be, like, a really good indication of
Yeah.
where the party went.
They
Because
didn't have to
we
like,
never
drag
went
us
there.
all bleeding out. and stuff.
Yeah.
That's very true. Okay. Yeah, that's
Art
what
was also, like, actively bleeding and walking as well.
Yeah.
Like, we were all so fucked.
Use your nose. Smell for blood.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Brix is going to go to the west-facing door and take a little cheeky peek out and see if she can see anything that would indicate where her friends have gone or have been, you know?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you can't really see much in the hallway immediately, but in the bigger open area to your west, there is one big, like, smudge along the ground that leads north.
I see.
As well, there is a couple of dead leaves on the ground.
Yeah, that definitely would tell her she's on the right track now, at least. Okay, yeah. So what she's going to do is she's going to hug the wall, head westward down this hallway, as soon as I can pick up her token, and stop right at the end of the hallway, right as it turns into this little rotunda, I guess you want to call it, which is a fancy way of saying a big round room. And
fair enough.
I can see that there's a couple of guards there. Brix would probably, she is going to try and hug the wall behind this pillar here and see if she can sneak up towards this northern sort of tiny little hallway.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to roll for anything.
Yes, please. Could I get you to roll hide and move silent?
Hide is a 21.
Okay.
And move silent is a dirty 20.
Okay. Little baby. These two do not seem to notice you, no. Worth noting that the palace right now, it seems far less active than it did before. That you can't hear quite so much people moving around. There's only a couple of guys right here.
The smear and the leaves and stuff, I'm assuming they point northwards.
They lead, yeah, and they lead right to that big metal door.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Big heavy door.
Yeah. Is there? She's gonna take a cheeky peek at that door. How is it looking?
I mean,
is it
on either side of the door, on either far side of the door, there are two keyholes. They're a little bit high up. If Brix were to roll, let's say, a climb, Brix may be able to find enough purchase on the door to hold on to it and try and do something.
I'm about to ping something on the map because I have a question.
Yeah.
Those look like doors.
They are doors.
Are they closed?
They are doors, yes. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, her climb's pretty good. 21 for climb.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you got it.
Sick. It's a good thing she doesn't have to diplomacy the door open. Yeah, so Brix has some thieves' tools. She's going to quietly take those out and start picking locks.
Ambidextrous pick and lock.
Okay. Roll open lock. I seem to recall your open lock being very good.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a 25. I mean, these are all the things that Brix, these are her things, right? So, like, that's why I've just juiced them like crazy. But don't ever ask her to swim, because that's a bad time.
Okay, so that one gives you some trouble.
With a 25?
And it takes you it takes a little bit longer than you thought perhaps it would, but eventually it does click open.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
me. All right. Well, she's going to sneak over to the other lock and do the same thing.
Okay.
I don't mean to metagame, but don't forget that door's loud.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's
she
true.
doesn't know that.
You're gonna have to like fucking run in there and pretend that it happened on its own.
Yeah.
Shit, we didn't lock the door behind us. Ah,
God,
fuck!
we're getting fired, dude.
The ghosts are gonna get out.
Oh no.
The what?
The climb is an 18.
Okay. I'd say that's good enough to hold on.
And the open lock is a 28.
Okay. You were kind of getting the hang of these locks, and this one goes a little bit faster and clicks open.
She is.
These two guards to the south of you,
Mhm.
sorry to interrupt, they are kind of going about on patrol, keeping an eye out. They are mostly focusing their efforts to the east and west. And at present, still have not really noticed Brix. But they are on the move. Okay, so, yes. What do?
Yeah, I guess she's just gonna try and pull one of the doors open. Not quickly. She's gonna. Have you ever? I don't remember what this practice is called, but people tend to use it when they're like hunting, like megafauna, like moose or deer or elk, where they will walk very, very slowly. It's almost imperceivable so that they can get really, really close to their prey. She's gonna do that kind of thing where she's opening the door so slowly that it is imperceivable without looking directly at it. Like in the peripherals, you wouldn't really notice.
Okay. I hear ya.
What's gonna make the noise, though, right?
It is a loud, rusty door, but Brix does not know that.
Yep.
Okay. First, can I get you to roll a strength check?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Hee hee.
15.
Okay. So, you start pulling very gently and start pulling harder and harder because you realize after a moment that it is a very heavy door. Eventually,
Brix has a jar of bacon grease for some reason.
okay.
This is unexpected, but not surprising.
Yeah.
This is why you hoard. This is the kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This is why I hoard.
But real quick, so eventually you start pulling really hard because it's very, very heavy. And it starts to budge. And the moment that it starts to move at all, it makes a very loud
Oh shit.
just for like a split second.
She's gonna stop. Just immediate, like stop in her tracks.
Okay. Can I get you to roll a hide?
That bacon grease, bro.
That is a 38. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
Okay. So these two hear something and whip around, look at the door, and it's open so little that from where they're standing, they cannot tell that it's open at all. And they
Her little
stare
heart
at
is
it for
just pounding like crazy.
Oh,
a
baby
good
girl.
long while. One of them takes a step forward
Brix.
and then steps back. And they continue their little inspection of the area.
Oh.
Congratulations. You're not dead yet.
I wonder.
I hate this solid snake shit. Okay, she's gonna apply some bacon grease to the hinge of just a single door. She's not gonna use her paws because she needs to grip the fucking door. She also has a leaf in her inventory, so she's gonna use the leaf to apply the bacon grease.
All right. Can I, since you're gonna have to climb the door to get the hinges going up to the top, can I get you to roll climb again?
Fuck.
Danger.
Danger.
High voltage.
It's a 17.
Fix it, Felix, over here.
Okay. Can I see your character sheet for a sec? Just to look at the skills. Just trying to see if there would be anything else for this. No, I guess not. Okay, so you do successfully manage to climb up the door and apply bacon grease to the door hinges.
It smells delicious.
Stink. Yeah, actually, it was like, why does it smell like rotten meat in here? What's happening?
Okay.
I'm
Now-
legit nervous. Like, I'm so fucking scared
Yeah.
right now.
I know.
Well, you're the only one who can do anything, so
Okay, so
there's a lot.
can I please get you to roll a move silently as you try to open the door?
Uh, 25.
Okay. Hang on.
Damn. Good ass rolls.
All right.
I've been very lucky with the low stuff rolling high, and then some of the other ones where it's just like move silently, it's like a plus 11. So
Yeah. Okay. So we start pulling the door open. It's still making a tiny bit of sound, but it's probably only audible to you since you're right next to it.
and she's
For the
going
most
really
part,
slow.
Yes. For the most part, it seems like the bacon grease is working.
Sick.
And these guys don't hear your little feet on the floor, or any sounds of exertion that you may be making as you pull open the door. I imagine you don't need that much space.
No, I mean, like, she's a cat, right? So she only needs to get her head through, and then everything else will
Yeah.
just fit.
Okay.
Yeah, because cats is liquid.
Yeah.
That's true. So you open it just enough to squeeze through and manage to find yourself on the other side of the door. And before you is a staircase.
Sick. Okay. Now, she definitely knows that she heard guards talk about downstairs.
Mhm.
So she is going to quietly, but as quickly as she can, make her way down the stairs.
Does she close the door behind her?
She probably should.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. When she gets to the stairs, as she's descending the stairs, she's like, right, don't want to get caught. And she goes back and she slowly, like probably even slower than when she was opening the door, pulls it closed so that her tracks are at least covered enough for now.
Great. Okay. And slowly, carefully, Brix makes her way down the stinky stone stairs down into the prison.
Hey everybody, welcome to the end of another episode of Stumble Quest. Hope you enjoyed it. The theme is Struttin from Louie, Zong, and all of the music is provided by Kevin McLeod from Comptech.com. This is a bi-weekly podcast, so we're going to have a fresh new episode for you up on all of our platforms in 2 weeks. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at StumbleQuest, and if you want a wonderful place on the internet to hang out full of wonderful people, hang out in Discord. It's great, it's good, it's got good people in it, it's got good memes, good photos, everything you want on the internet. If you want to know more about the show, the world it takes place in, and the people who make it, check out our website at StumbleQuest.com. And if you happen to go to our website, I highly recommend clicking on the link to Level Up Dice. They make extremely fancy dice for extremely fancy people like you. Thank you very much for reviewing the show and sharing it with your friends. That helps us out a ton. Hope you enjoyed the show. Kind of as we mentioned in our little Q&A special for episode 101. It kind of feels like things are different now. A lot of stuff is going to change after the forthcoming events and the events that have already taken place. So things will be interesting at the very least. At least I think so. And I hope you think so too. Okay? Bye-bye.